We are the Mellows. So we came to the United States in 2010. I've been involved on IT business pretty much all my life. In 2009, I got the invitation to work in the U.S. Then we are living in the U.S. 4 years, almost 4 years now. Yeah, I mean, I think that the biggest mistake, and we already talk about this, is for different communities or different people, trying to compare lifestyles and cultural aspects. And it's totally different. I mean, there's absolutely nothing, in terms of lifestyle and culture between the U.S. and Brazil.
The difference that she told me about, it's about friendship in her school. Then she can speak a little bit about the friendship in your school. Yeah, about the different kind
no, I
of
think that would be very interesting.
So, in my older school in Brazil, when you see your friend, you usually hug them, and we usually play jokes on each other, like sarcastic jokes. And here, friendship is kind of like, you don't really like touching each other because it's considered harassment or bullying. And, some people take jokes very seriously, so you kind of have to be careful how you play with someone and how you talk to them. So I kind of got used to how you talk to people and how you make friendships with them and how to keep that friendship.
And the other thing is our body, because we came from tropical country, then our body feels the different. When we came here, now we need to take pills from the skin, vitamin D?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D3. Because we never took pills, any kind of vitamins in Brazil. You don't need to.
I don't need it.
Yeah, you don't now. I don't know how long, But the thing
Don't
is...
force me.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
So what did you need it for? You mean
because the bones and the skin, because we don't absorb too much
enough
sun.
And did you feel the difference when you got here, or you knew to do that ahead of time?
The doctor told us because
by blood exam, but I knew that I didn't observe enough skin as I did in Brazil.
Yeah.
You just felt different?
Yeah.
The doctor explained to me the same thing. My primary care doctor told me that it's the difference between the South Hemisphere and the North Hemisphere. It's usual to happen with people from Latin America.
Yeah.
And
Something that we didn't know.
South America, but it's not that everybody presents the same symptom. But
yeah, it's very common.
Can you think of other things just from that standpoint, anything that might have been hurtful, insensitive, difficult, and still might be now?
Probably when I wrote essays sometimes, because they were like, describe a situation you've been in that was hard. So I wrote when I was about 4 or 5, I don't even remember. We were in a car, and then the guys surrounded the car with guns, and I was really scared. That's on my mind since today. I cannot take it off. So when I write about it, it kind of seems like it makes it easier when I write about it every day. So I wrote about it. The teacher came to me because she thought I was, socially scarred or something. And I told my class, and I think they were so intrigued by it, and I thought it was kind of sickening for me that they were so intrigued that I was in a car surrounded by guys with guns. And
yeah.
This is what's difficult for me. Sometimes we want to feel emotion. Like this. Like a shake of hands or a hug.
Like Caroline's?
Yeah.
A
like
simple.
there's not a touching, right?
Yeah, simple feeling. Here, the guys keep joking about, oh, he needs a group hug, But
and you say, I kind of do, actually.
that sometimes the separation, like avoiding the physical contact, it's worse than establishing the physical contact as a restriction. I mean, I know places here when, I know them already, they know me,
Right.
and they stop, and they talk, like, how's it going, buddy,
Right.
And you have some, short-term, relation at
Right.
that moment.
Right.
But saying that, you have a long-term friendship, it's not that common. It's tough.
And the other different thing is when they know that, are you a Brazilian? Why you came here? That is so beautiful. That's so nice. Okay, we have nice place to go. But I'm here, not illegal. I'm legally here.
Yeah.
And I didn't
Do
came
you get
here
that
be-
impression when they're asking that question?
Yes,
Like
yes. They born in Rio. I'm born in capital, Brasilia. It's a different city, okay? Then, three of us, nobody knows how to dance samba. And we hate samba.
I hate Brazilian music. It doesn't make any sense. Like, especially the funk. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you must like the funk." I'm like, no.
No, I don't.
No.
And the funny thing is, when they asked me if I knew about American singers and artists and songs, I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I thought they only play Brazilian songs where you came from. I thought America didn't reach that far down.
Yeah, it's not everybody. They put like, okay, if you are Brazilian, everybody likes. No, it's not everybody.
Right. As Americans, we may use numbers of different terms to refer to someone from Brazil who now lives in America. Are there any, I guess, terms that would be inappropriate?
You really don't have, when you have that questionnaire, Caucasian, Native American,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Latins, we really don't fall correctly on the Latin description
Right.
because we don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, we're Caucasian.
Yeah, we're Caucasian living in South America.
That's
Some
why-
of them,
Like, how
if
simple.
you ask some of them down there, they will say, "Well, we're all Latins."
No,
we're
you're
not.
not like we're not like.
That was across the board.
You don't speak Spanish, so you're
You
not
speak
a,
Portuguese.
you're not real Latin.
Right.
But yeah, but this is the only difficult to be classified.
Our name is bigger. My name is not Edna Mello. It's Edna Ribeiro Clemente de Mello.
Holy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they have a lot of issues about that. Then I just choose my first and last name. That the way in my last job they know me, That the way you use it when you're signing your email to somebody, That the same thing happens with him. But his name is more bigger than mine.
So what's your full name? Let's hear your full
My
name.
full name is Dalmo Clemente de Melo e Silva.
When I met him and I moved to Rio, I cried like 3 months because I could handle live there together with Cariocas. Carioca is the name of the people that born in Rio, and they are so
Relaxed. We're relaxed. We like to
Different.
play. Yeah, we don't take things that seriously.
Yeah.
I do.
And
He does,
yeah,
but-
and and this is a good point. I mean, the objective of mentioning this is that the same as you mentioned that okay, in New England sometimes we live in a bubble.
Yeah.
It's not living in a bubble. It's just that the same way that you have different aspects and cultural aspects among the states.
Right.
The same happens in Brazil.
Right.
The same happens everywhere.
And in Portugal, totally different than Brazil. They don't speak Portuguese like us, but it's a little bit similar. But and they hate Brazilian people. Like Brazilian hate
Okay.
Portuguese.
Barbara, I mean, there's a question about, what do's and don'ts would you recommend to new counselors where they're counseling someone who is Brazilian?
Yeah.
I would say, you know, don't try to compare realities. That would be my first piece of it. And I believe that, you know, the second point, I don't know if it's a do or don't, is that, you know, after 3.5 years, you know, just sitting with you here and have a chat, like the way that we are doing, you know, it needs to feel like a normal thing.
Right.
You know? You need to feel that person welcome on your home.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, to, you know, actually realize that, okay, this is cool, you know.
Right.
And Edna told me that somebody was coming to do an interview. I was not very fond of the idea, you know, because nobody ever interviewed me, unless it was for a, you know, a job.
Right, a job.
A job is either do and don't, you know, that I would recommend to the counselors is, you know, if a person is here as a legal, you know, don't treat him or her like a legal person, you know. If you go back in time, you'll see people live in Europe, you know, Irish people, you know, Italian families, you know, that came from Europe in pursuit of a better life in a new world,
Yeah.
you know. The same happened with Latins, because our reality, it's tough. So they also, like, you know, those people 150 years ago, they are coming here for
A better life.
a better life.
But doesn't mean that's something that we discuss sometimes. Doesn't mean they need to be allowed to be here illegal all the time.
No. There's a difference between, you know, entering to the country and paying your taxes, trying
Yes.
to be a good citizen.
Yeah, because we pay our taxes.
Yeah, that's mandatory.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come here, you have a pending issue with your paperwork. Okay, let's try to solve it, but be a good citizen, respect the law, pay your taxes, make yourself useful.
So I'll see. So
What concerns me is that you know, you never offered a confidentiality agreement. I didn't sign it, so
You didn't
need to
sign it?
delete- You need to delete the
are you
whole
going to
thing.
confiscate this before
I
I
need to
leave?
confiscate the
If you
material.
had to say Brazilian, is there something that stands out significantly for?
For me, it's be happy. It's what I see most of in Brazilian families. We often want to be happy. Just building boundaries to make you feel happy, setting rules to make you feel happy, making goals to make you feel good about yourself and happy. For me, it's being happy.
And the food. You miss the food.
Okay.
She missed the food.
Wait, what did she just say? The food makes you happy.
The food
Eat
makes
the
you
food
happy.
that makes you
No,
happy.
I mean, I think that if I could put like a big value, you know, is if you take out the bad guys, you know, the bad intention people out of the equation,
Oh yeah.
most of the Brazilians, they like to embrace you as part of the group, even if they don't speak the language correctly.
Yeah.
They will try the very best to make you feel at home.
Yeah. That's the way. We don't care about where you
Where you're
are.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
They
love
see you,
how-
they like you. If you smile to them, they will smile back to you.
Yeah.
And they will do, you know, barbecue on the backyard or
Doesn't matter.
take you to, you know, to see the sea and the waves, you know, and have chat. They chat. They will do, you know, with the people exactly what
Right, what we're
doing.
doing. How would you say people tend to solve problems that come up in
It depends of the
Trust
group of people.
Yeah.
Okay, some of them, especially now that times are difficult, they tend to believe that God will solve everything.
Yeah.
And we are against that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that we don't believe.
Yeah,
in
we
God.
are firm
But then
believers.
God
Yes.
doesn't do it. Doesn't
Yeah.
fix the economy. Doesn't fix it.
Yeah.
You know. But in Brazil, every problem they had, or they have now, political, security, health, whatever. They are suffering. Somebody in the hospital without medical assistance.
the Lord. will-
They just, oh the Lord, oh the God. I feel angry
The
They're
Lord
so
will help
dependent.
the corrupted people to be on jail, not the
a jail.
Supreme Court.
Right from Brazil, would they go to a counselor for help in Brazil or here? That you would say.
Oh yeah, they do. But they looking for a church, a different kind of.
So more from a clergyman than
Or
than a medical counselor.
I think it
What's
depends
the
on the
question
person.
number?
I guess it's wrapped up in number 3. So would someone go to the clergy? Would they go to a therapy?
How do
Most-
Brazilians tend to solve problems that come up in their lives?
Yeah. Would they go to
Money.
No,
No.
no.
Would would someone go and say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go, like here in America?
Yeah, I have
it's
a
usually-
problem.
Right.
Most of them they try
I'm
to
having-
find a religion. Doesn't matter. We have a lot.
I think it
They
depends.
will
Different
go, yeah,
religions
yeah.
there.
They either go to the church or to the bar.
Oh yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, that's
There it
that's the
sums it
truth.
Depends on
up.
the person.
Right.
Yeah. If they really want help, they'll seek them.
Right, but seldom would they say,
Minor,
oh, I'll
yeah.
go to I'll go find a therapist that's
Right,
gonna,
it's
A
right.
minor
It's not
portion
common.
will
Right.
look for
Yeah,
it.
what are important strengths which Brazilians might have that counselors should be aware of?
I know.
Like they're prideful. Like
They're
that.
prideful, okay.
Yeah,
Like, strength.
yeah, we are pride people.
Pride people. Yeah. We don't like giving in really easily.
We don't like people to tap in us in the back and say, "Oh, you poor guy." Or,
Yeah, we're not so pitiful.
Right,
Yeah.
don't take pity on
No,
the young,
don't
right.
take pity.
What are some critical historical events
Oh my.
that Brazilians have experienced that a counselor should be aware of in order to understand and work with them?
Corruption in the government.
I have a
Corruption
list.
corruption in the government.
Yeah, that's
They should be in jail.
Historically, it really is just the
Historically,
government
yeah,
can't be-
historic is like, I mean, people are still using the same speech that they used on the 50s and the 60s to describe real. And this is unrealistic. This
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
really.
You know, we had the dictatorship, ruling the country during the 60s and the 70s. On the 80s, we have all the exile guys coming back and they ruined the country, they ruined Rio, okay? We had even more corrupted people in the 90s, okay? And they completely ruined the social balance of the city.
No,
And that's the price that we pay. The increase of violence, the imbalance of social.
I mean, what would you say some of the stereotypes that people that are not Brazilian here would have that might bother you? Like you're saying, illegal, I mean, people, one of the first reactions, are you here illegal? I mean, is that can't
Yeah.
feel.
I think that's the same, I don't know.
Well, when I got this job, the lady that was did the interview with me, I asked her, "What is your goal? Find someone that is speaks Portuguese and it is legal here." And I bring everything with me because I knew, because I had other interview, they asked me the same thing. And I bring all my documents and showed her at the same time, okay, I'm legal here.
Well, and real quick though, on that one about, did it bother you? Well, I think maybe it goes into question 9, but with the job search for you, did you find yourself very frustrated?
Yes.
Yes.
Because
I can speak for her.
Okay,
that it
good.
affected the environment at home.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
I mean,
She
did
was
you
very-
feel like I'm a super intelligent person and I should be able to get a great job?
Affects
and-
badly the
Badly.
environment at home.
Yeah.
That's why that she is working now. We have high expectations to see her in a good mood.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you.
Oh, see?
Oh, don't cry.
The dog is doing great too. Now she understands that I did a mess in True Idioms.
You understand 2 languages.
No, it's like begging.
Like
no.
stop and sigh. Stop, sigh.
So even the dog can be.
Yeah, the dog is bilingual.
It's a difficult adaptation.